What up, everybody? On Force Season 1, when Diamond first got out of prison, he was talking to Jannard about D-Mac and Marshall, who were standing right outside the barber shop, and Jannard told Diamond that they were some stone-cold killers. Diamond's reply was that he didn't want them anywhere near him. Then a few weeks later, D-Mac and Marshall walked into the barber shop to pitch moving weight in Gary, Indiana to Jannard, Diamond, and Blackston. And again, Diamond didn't want to hear anything they had to say. However, Jannard ended up going behind Diamond's back to make the move to Gary anyway. But the funny thing is, once CBI split in two, Diamond made sure to make the move to Gary and connect with Cousin Buddy before Jannard could. So obviously Diamond didn't see it as a bad idea, but for whatever reason, he didn't want to be involved with D-Mac and Marshall. Even at the beginning of Season 2, when Diamond went to confront Jannard about not starting a war over Chewie, he straight up told Jannard about violating by taking a shot at Tommy and hitting his nephew. First off, that's not what happened. They were shooting at D-Mac and not Tommy. Second, Jannard already knew that D-Mac was Tommy's nephew. But at the same time, Diamond didn't know that Jannard already knew D-Mac was Tommy's nephew. So to me, it already seemed like from that point, Diamond was trying to put a target on D-Mac's back from treason. Then we get to Season 2, Episode 4, where D-Mac catches his first body, killing the dirty cop Seamus. He did this in the basement of Diamond's barbershop as Seamus was holding a gun to Tommy and Diamond, threatening to kill them. D-Mac was going to the barber shop to get a lineup before his date with Genesis, and I honestly doubt Diamond even knew D-Mac was on his way. Most likely he just popped up, something that Diamond probably also had a problem with. I personally don't appreciate someone popping up on me to this day, and when I was in the game, I considered it a violation if someone popped up on me without getting my permission first. After D-Mac shot Seamus, of course D-Mac, Tommy, and Diamond were all paranoid. D-Mac was flipping out when he first got home, thinking he was about to be locked up. But once Tommy told him Diamond handled the body, he started acting like everything was all good. And even though Tommy specifically told D-Mac to stay at home and not go anywhere, he was back out on the streets a few hours later, hanging out with Marshall at their usual spot, standing in front of Diamond's barbershop. It was at this time Diamond and Tommy saw D-Mac talking to a cop outside the shop. As a result, Diamond later told Tommy that if he doesn't handle D-Mac, he would have to take care of it himself, meaning he was ready to cancel Christmas on D-Mac. So we can now see Diamond's real issue with D-Mac and likely Marshall from the beginning. It is that he doesn't trust him. And with the Seamus situation, Diamond has more to lose than anybody. Without even taking anything else into consideration, Diamond is already the one who just got done serving 15 years in prison, and he's on parole with a very strict parole officer. Then you add the fact that Diamond was the person Seamus was in contact with, blowing up his phone and sending him text messages. Seamus didn't even know Tommy or D-Mac existed until only a few seconds before he died. Also, we don't know anything about the patrol car or what they did with that, if it's been seen outside of Diamond's shop. And to add the cherry on top, Diamond is also the one who got rid of the body. So Diamond does have good reason to be paranoid more than anybody else. But at the same time, when he threatened D-Mac's life, that was the beginning of the end of him and Tommy's partnership. Tommy loves D-Mac like he's his own long-lost son, and almost told D-Mac he loved him before he got off the phone with him at the ranch. So he's not going to let Diamond slide on that. But right now he's pretending like he killed D-Mac and everything is good between him and Diamond. Keep in mind of the conversation between Tommy and Diamond at the hospital. The whole conversation was fake. especially the fist bump at the end. Then it showed them going in separate ways. A clue they are going to begin operating individually instead of partners. At the start of the conversation, Tommy told Diamond that he got rid of D-Mac, trying to see how Diamond would react. But Diamond showed absolutely no emotion for Tommy having to kill his own nephew, and actually went on to blame the whole situation on Tommy killing Chewie. Now keep in mind that D-Mac killing Seamus had absolutely nothing to do with Tommy killing Chewie. So this conversation not only showed Diamond's true colors, but it also showed him that Diamond is working in an angle. So Tommy acted like nothing was unusual about what Diamond said, and told him that he was here for him, and showed him compassion about his father. Exactly what Diamond didn't do for Tommy regarding D-Mac. This is what made Tommy decide to go ahead and move forward concerning the gang coalition with the RDs and their leader, King Kilo. Tommy said the only condition was that they would be the ones to supply the drugs. And I think this is where Tommy is going to work his angle on Diamond. Tommy is using Law 3 from the 48 Laws of Power, conceal your intentions, and also utilizing Law 21, play a sucker to catch a sucker, seem dumber than your mark. I think the reason Tommy wants to supply the drugs is because he wants to be introduced to King Kilo. Tommy already knows his partnership with Diamond is as good as done. Diamond isn't really for him like he thought he was, and now most likely at some point he's going to have to kill Diamond before he brings D-Mac back home. Also, one of the angles that Diamond is working is to bring Jannard back into CBI. This is why Diamond is constantly bringing up Chewie, because Tommy killing Chewie is when things started getting really out of control for Jannard. So one key to watch out for is how will Tommy react to Diamond telling him he wants to bring Jannard back into CBI. If Tommy gives Diamond some kind of resistance and doesn't want Jannard back, this means he hasn't completely given up on the partnership. But if Tommy starts acting like bringing Jannard back to CBI is a great idea, no, he is already planning on how to take out Diamond and giving him all the power he wants right now, so Diamond won't see him coming. But the problem for Tommy is, at some point this season, I think Diamond is going to turn back to his savage ways. The Diamond vs. Jannard trailer shows Diamond canceling Christmas on a man with his bare hands, and also staring into the mirror covered in blood, with blood all over the place. So unfortunately for Tommy, Diamond will probably turn back to his savage ways right before they start their beef. And Tommy's going to be dealing with Demon Diamond instead of the nice conservative Diamond. And one thing to be on the lookout for coming back into play in the future is what Diamond did with Seamus's badge and patrol gun. Could we see him try to plant them on Tommy like Kane did to Tariq? And there you have it. Why Tommy and Diamond's partnership won't last too much longer. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.